This episode of the ResortLoop.com podcast is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's is proud to be the official specialty coffee of Disney. Enjoy drinks and pastries at Joffrey's kiosks throughout the parks and check out the Disney Specialty Coffee Collection only at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA, gateway to the 7 theme lands of the Magic Kingdom.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
This is episode 242 of ResortLoop.com.
242.
Very exciting.
Is it?
Bob, how you? Yeah, it is. I didn't know if we'd go 2.
I'm exhausted. Well, that's true. Yeah, yeah. And what better way to go too than having the folks from Pixar be on our 200th episode? That was awesome.
Awesome. Go back and listen to it if you haven't.
Yeah. So
instant classic.
Very excited about that. Talk about some behind the scenes information that you don't get everywhere. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Just saying. And speaking of information you don't get just everywhere, Tim.
Yes.
I have a This Day in Disney History.
Oh, where'd you get that?
I got it from thisdayindisneyhistory.com.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna start out in 2010.
All right, got it.
The Spring A Leak, a 2,400 square foot water playground, opened at Disney Cruise Line's Castaway Cay.
Ooh.
How about that? You've been to Castaway Cay a couple of times.
I enjoyed the Key very much.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the whole thing. They could just go there, let me sit there for a week, and I'd be a happy man.
Couldn't you, though? Just live on the boat, just stay on the island?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That would be a great little add-on, maybe, cruise. I would definitely jump on that.
Oh, you know what they need on that island is a character-in-flight balloon.
No.
I mean, I'm not sure you or I would do it, but I think it would be really cool.
I'm afraid of heights. There's no way.
Maybe it'd signal pirates too. Pirates would know where you're at.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Gotta be careful of that. And also in 2008, 2 years earlier, Tropical Storm Faye stalls along the eastern coast of Florida near Port Canaveral, causing the Port Authority to temporarily shut down operations.
Oh no.
Thus, this day's sailing of the Disney Wonder set sail on its 3-night itinerary from Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale instead. Now, I bring that up. You go, there's hurricanes all the time, tropical storms all the time. I bring that up because I was there.
I was going to ask, is this one of your trips down?
And it rained and rained and rained.
The Bob Collar way to have a great vacation while others are dealing with tragedy.
No, this was not one of my success stories for traveling right after a hurricane. This was one that we sat. Finally, I grabbed the kids. I said, "Come on, we're going swimming. We're already wet. We might as well go swimming." It just was a steady downpour for like 4 or 5 days. The entire time we were on vacation. So not like your typical Florida, afternoon thunderstorm. This was a constant rain.
Oh, the deluge.
Where's the lightning? Oh, there it is.
There it is. Okay.
All right. So anyway, Tim, that's all I have for this day in Disney history. What are we going to talk about today?
Well, we're going to talk about a topic. We're going to deal with the park tickets.
Oh, your favorite.
Well, it used to be. No. We're coming up on that time of year when people are going to be going out, planning they're getting back from maybe their summer vacation. They're thinking, we should try to get down there at Thanksgiving or Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then, we might go again next summer. What kind of park tickets do we need to get?
Exactly.
Now, it used to be really easy. For us, we would get like a 10-day ticket and add the non-expiring option.
Right.
There's a reason that was an option, because they took it away. So that option is no longer an option.
This is a huge sore spot with you.
I know. I don't know why they just didn't keep it. I mean, I get why they didn't keep it. Apparently, people are bankrolling a bunch of these tickets and sticking them in a safe
Well, yeah, with the increases every year of what is it, usually around 4 or 5% increases or whatever they are.
Higher than inflation.
Yeah, I mean, you were kind of making a very nice purchase there for later trips. And the way you and I tour, those that could last you 3 years, a 10-day ticket.
And it did too.
Right. So, yeah, that's gone, and it makes it maybe a little easier for those that didn't take part in that. It hurts those like you that don't get that option. Don't know. Maybe they'll bring it back. So
they might. If
you were to go down, now what I did was I took a family of 4, just because, 2 adults, 2 kids, typically the way Americans tour anyway, our friends over in the UK do it a little differently, but the way we tour, usually you're only there a week.
Yeah, generally a week, 2 tops if you're lucky. But yeah, you're right. Maybe 5 days a week.
Right. So I went with a 5-day ticket for that family of 4. Just your standard ticket is going to set you back almost $1,300.
Oh, gotcha.
Just a 5-day ticket. But you found something quite interesting by going to the 10-day, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't extrapolate it out to families. I did it per ticket.
Okay.
So the 5-day base ticket, we're not talking a park hopper. We're not talking anything else like that. $335 for the ticket, base ticket for the adult. I didn't bother to figure kids. Kids take like $5 or $10 off, and you got a kid's ticket.
That's a 10-day ticket.
That's a 5-day ticket.
Oh, 5 days.
$335.
Okay.
A 10-day ticket, the same ticket, $388.
Wow.
So it's only $53 more per ticket for 5 more days.
Per ticket, yeah.
Per ticket. So for a family of 4, that'd be roughly what? $200, $210, something like that.
Right.
Now, granted, they're getting you on the food and the hotel after that point, for those extra 5 days.
Well, yeah, but a lot of times, if you can put it all together as a package, it's you might even get a little bit of a deal that way. But again, if they've taken away that option, you better be there for the 2 weeks.
Well, that's the thing. They don't want you going to any other theme park, so they're figuring, well, this $53 for 5 more days is cheaper than a 1-day ticket to a different park.
Right.
And to be honest, the non-expiring option, it wasn't a cheap option.
Oh no, it wasn't.
It was like around $200, I think, an option, somewhere close to that.
Right. Yes, it was. Yeah.
So it's not like you were getting only paying $10 more for this option.
Right. But again, you were able to you didn't leave anything on the table.
No. That's
always been our argument with the whole dining plan, is that you need to, you don't want to leave money on the table. And with the dining plan, a lot of times, unless you are really focused, your whole trip is focused on the dining, purchasing the dining plan, the odds are you're going to leave money on the table.
That's the thing. It's a lot of planning to maybe break even.
Right.
A lot of planning and changing maybe your normal eating habits just to come close to getting your money back.
Right. Now, I looked at, again, that family of 4. If you were to bump that up to a park hopper option.
Yes.
Bumping it up to park hopper, it's going to cost you an extra $256.
That's for that $64 a day? $64 a day per ticket.
$64 per ticket. Now you're up to $1,500 for just 5 days in the parks. 5 days.
Right. And it's the same $64 if you're there for 10 days. It doesn't matter how long your ticket is.
Right. So that is now you're getting into it. It becomes cheaper and cheaper. Obviously the higher you go. That same 2-day ticket, if you wanted to do it for 2 days in park hopper, it's $500 less. But you're only doing it for 2 days.
That's crazy.
For $1,000.
Right.
For that family of 4. Yeah. So, then you bump it up to that 10-day ticket, and again, you're only looking at about $200 more. So
now for 10 days, maybe you're saving some money, maybe you're staying off-site, maybe you're going value. It's hard. I don't know. It depends on the family. For us, right now we got somebody we just ordered a tuition check for, so 10 days in the deluxe resort isn't going to happen.
Right.
So I don't know. Other options, I don't know. Maybe we consider going value for a full 10 days.
Yeah. Okay, so then the other option you can do, instead of the park hopper, you don't want just base tickets, but you want to do something, and you don't want park hoppers because you're only going to focus on a park at a time, but you want to do some other stuff while you're down there.
Absolutely.
The water park and fun and more option is the exact same price as if you were to add on the park hopper option. It's $1,500 and some change.
Yep, the same. What did you say? It was $64.
$64 a ticket. Same thing. So now, let's say you don't want to park up. Let's say you want to say, you know what, this trip we're gonna enjoy some of the water parks and the mini golf, because that's what part of the more option is. You get to do some mini golf and the water parks. It's going to cost you the same as a park hopper option. So if you're going to do a park hopper, if you typically do the park hopper, just don't do the park hopper this time. Go water park, fun and more.
That's a good call. Like we always say, we recommend to people, it's their first time there. Don't worry about the park hopper. You need to concentrate on your one park a day. Right.
But those water parks are, they're world-class water parks. They're fantastic water parks. So some people want to enjoy those. Now, an individual ticket to one of those water parks is $58. So you figure 58 times a family of 4, just one day. Just one day of going there is going to cost you $200, a little over $200. Adding the water park fun and more option is $256.
Yes,
for your base ticket, from your base tickets. And again, this is a 5-day. So you have the option now for 5 days to be able to shoot over to one of those water parks, maybe half day at the water park, or half day at Animal Kingdom, half day at the water park, maybe? I don't know.
Good. Here's an option. Use your 5 days at the park, because these water park tickets aren't just good for the 5 days you go into the park. They're good for 14 days after you first use your ticket.
14 days, right.
So you could use up your first 5 days and then going into the theme parks, and maybe your last day or last 2 days just hang out at the water parks.
There you go. Yeah.
You could even spend your 5 days at Disney, maybe go on a 3 or 4 day cruise, come back, spend a night in a hotel, and hit the water park.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
See? I don't think you could do that with the 7 day. You'd be kind of close to that 14-day window.
Right.
But a 3 or a 4 day, you could do that.
Easily. Yeah. Go over to Castaway Cay and enjoy that little water park over there.
The water park there, stand there with your water parks and more ticket.
Then the other option, of course, Tim, is your park hopper and water park fun and more option for, again, a family for an extra $90 a ticket.
So you get a bit of a break on that one. It's not 64 plus 64.
Right. But would you recommend something like that?
If you're water park people and if you're not sure if you're going to go to the water park, now last time we went to Typhoon Lagoon, I loved it.
Right. Yeah.
So if I had the time, our last couple of trips have been pretty quick. If you're down there for maybe a full week or week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I think I would. I'm a park hopping person. I love the park hop.
Yeah. The park hop, again, I mean, as it implies, you get to go from park to park to park, and it allows you more dining options, more freedom. Right. We've talked about this. If one of the parks is really, really crowded that day, and you've already gone in, you're kind of stuck. If all you have are the base tickets, you're stuck in that park, whether it's crowded or not.
Right. And that being said, if it was because it is a rather large option, if it was a deal breaker, there was one thing I had to drop to fit it in my budget, it probably would be the park hopper.
Right. Yeah, I don't know as I can recommend the park hopper and water park and fun and more option, that combined ticket, unless you are a seasoned Disney traveler. That goes so many times that you can use that to your best value.
And if you're going in the summer, if you're going in the winter,
oh, forget about it.
I don't even worry about going to the Typhoon Lagoon. or Blizzard Beach in the winter, because you probably wouldn't be comfortable at all, even if they are open.
Right. Yeah. A lot of times they're closed, but still, yeah. Again, the other good thing about a park hopper is, and it goes back to what we've always said: plan ahead, make sure you know what's going on down there before you even leave, because if you have a base ticket and you go into, like, a great example right now is Disney Hollywood Studios, and stuff is closed and you got a lot of construction walls up. If you don't have that park hopper, you're kind of stuck there for the day.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe Hollywood Studios now is a half-day park. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's looking like that. I think they got to sort of shut in the whole park down to do what they're going to do. It's going to be a half-day park, I really believe. Right,
and they're not going to do that. It's not going to get shut down.
Now, I will say, did you see their latest? I'm sure we've already talked about this, but their latest thing they're going to do to keep people in there at night: Star Wars themed fireworks.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, that'll keep people in the park later, or maybe they'll just go for the second half of the day.
Right, and then of course the Kilimanjaro safaris that are going to be at night. I mean, I was thinking Animal Kingdom early in the day, and then shooting over to Hollywood Studios. That way, you're hitting 2 parks one day. You're done. You're done with both of those. Now you have that 5-day ticket where you've got 3 days to enjoy Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and then maybe hit one of the other ones. Maybe Hollywood Studios plus Epcot or Magic Kingdom. Depending on how you like to tour. But
go back and do some of your favorites again.
Yeah. I'm the more I look at the water park Fun and More option, the more I kind of like it, only because the base ticket for going in there anyway is $58, so you're going to be close.
Right.
So if you go, even if you just went into the water parks one day, so you had your 5 days of tickets, typically you're going from a Saturday to a Saturday or Saturday to a Sunday, something like that. So you got a couple of days there where you don't have to go into the parks. That'd be a good time to hit the water parks. And then you also are able to do some mini golf, which is going to be you're more than breaking even at that point. You're doing
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun there.
Absolutely. Which mini golf do you prefer?
Well, we've done Fantasia Gardens. We've not done Winter Summerland yet, but we'd love to do that next. We gave my daughter the choice this last time, and she really wanted to do Fantasia Gardens. So
right.
We did that one again.
Yeah, my son, same way. He wanted to do Fantasia Gardens again. We haven't done the other one that looks like it's over at Fantasia Gardens. That looks like an actual golf course. We haven't done that one yet.
That looked like a headache waiting to happen.
Yeah. They actually have sand and everything, and it's.
I'd be chucking that golf club over to the Swan and Dolphin so fast.
Yeah.
This game stinks.
I don't think I'm supposed to slice as badly as I would. 4? I don't think you should be yelling 4 at a mini golf place.
Yeah.
But we have done Winter Summerland and really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun over there. I would think that would be really, really fun during the holiday season. So check that one out too. So I don't know, Tim. I'm leaning more toward the water park Fun and More as an add-on if you're going to do that kind of stuff. But again, don't want to leave money on the table.
Exactly. Now here's something else we've not talked about yet. We need to just touch on, I think. What about the annual pass?
Yeah.
Now, see, now if you're going to go, you're able to swing like a Thanksgiving, a Christmas, and or a spring break and a summer vacation.
Right.
The annual pass could be the way to go.
That could be a way to go, because now you're talking, but you're actually talking $1,000 more.
It's $650.
Right.
For the standard ticket.
Right.
And then, we're talking about these options, that premium annual pass, about $780.
Yeah.
And that gives you the water parks as well as the theme parks, and I think they throw in some golf also.
Oh yeah.
But you could go every day for a year, but I don't know.
Man.
Depends on if you're sure you can go 2 or 3 trips.
Yeah,
that might be a no-brainer.
Right. Now, you did do the annual pass one year. How'd that work out for you, being from Northeast Ohio?
Oh, it worked out. Back in the day, it worked fine.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, it did. We didn't have anybody from school. We took 2 summer trips. Like one was late summer, later summer, and the next year it was the early summer.
I
want to say we got a spring break in, possibly.
Nice.
So I mean, it was worth it that year. But yeah, right now with kids in school,
right?
Not because we've planned trips before, or tentatively scheduled. We thought we might go, and just then turned out there was no way to go. So
okay, all right. I know I've always considered the annual pass, but I just never know if I'm going to get back. And you know me, I'm cheap.
Yes,
I don't want to leave.
We all know you're cheap. No.
True. Frugal? Don't use the F word around me.
Hey, stop it.
Anyway, what's that?
Let's touch on one more. The biggie, the granddad, the Premier Pass.
Oh,
you're going to unlimited.
Yeah.
Walt Disney World and Disneyland.
Yeah. Who's doing
that's
that?
Crazy. Somebody with more money than I and more time than I. That's about $1,100.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. I mean, I've been, and really, maybe I should have, because this year we did go to Walt Disney World, my son and I, in May for the race. Then we did do Disneyland out in California as a family, and we're going back in February. So, see, maybe I should have.
I know it's hard to justify $4,400 for a family afford the.
That's a whole other vacation right there.
Exactly. It is.
Just for tickets. And speaking of just tickets, and this is a big one, always remember, just because you have a park tickets for any particular day, that does not get you in the special events.
Exactly.
So if you want to do the Night of Joy or Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, or my favorite, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, that's extra.
Yep.
So budget yourself. If you're going to do that, you might want to take one day off, so that family of four, if they're going during, let's say, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, don't have 5 days worth of tickets, and then go into the parks on one of those days and then go back for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which starts at 7 o'clock, because you're going to have to still pay for that. So now you're doubling down on that day's worth of tickets.
True. Have you ever? Do you know if anybody's done Night of Joy?
I've not talked to anybody who's done that, but I have talked to people who have done Mickey's Not So Scary, and I've done Mickey's Very Merry. So, it's worth it. I would think the Night of Joy would be really cool. It's the Christian superstars in rock, pop, and gospel.
Yeah, I thought maybe it might be kind of interesting. Then I read a couple things saying it's kind of a little more rambunctious than you might think.
Well, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
But, a little more active. Let's go with active.
Yeah, I mean, great to do. Take the kids to a concert. That's in essence what you're doing. So, if you like music and you want your kids to get involved in music, that's a great introduction to some concert action there.
Yes.
But yeah, so if you're going to do that, if you're going to do one of the special events, always budget yourself maybe one less day in the parks, and because you're going to add that on anyway, and it is actually cheaper than a one-day pass like into Magic Kingdom. It's like Mickey's Very Merry, $74 for ages 10 and up, and Mickey's Not So Scary is $68, 10 and up. So a little bit cheaper than that one day, but again, you're going in. They say 7 o'clock, but you can go in usually about 4 o'clock.
Yes, I've heard that as well.
And start enjoying the parks. And I highly recommend Mickey's Very Merry. I loved it. Had a great time doing that.
I would love to do that.
So, any other ticket options, Tim?
I can't think of any other options, but I do have one thing I want to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've mentioned to our listeners, and you know this, that this past summer we purchased 4-day tickets.
Right. Yes.
Park hopper tickets that we did not use.
Right.
Now, I confirmed this, what I'm able to do, and if anybody else out there can do this if you've not used the tickets, or maybe if you've used them once or twice, but I know if you've not used them, I'm going to take those to the customer service, at the desk there, outside the parks, and I can upgrade those. So I'm going to change it from a 4-day, maybe like a 6, 7, or 8 day, depending on where we're at.
Oh, there you go.
Because, as we've talked about, when you go from a 4-day or 5-day up to a 7 or 8 day, it's not much of a difference.
Right.
So before we got a 4-day, because we were going to be there for 4 days, turned out we didn't use them at all.
Right.
But we're gonna get a nice week vacation probably next year, it looks like, and we'll upgrade those to a longer stay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very excited. So that's already paid for, mostly paid for now.
And I know we're not number crunchers. We know that after talking to Len Testa, Disney has Harvard graduated number crunchers working for them.
Yes.
So they know better than we do. But right there, they left money on the table when you were down there the last time, because you would have gone into the parks the one day if you would have been able to upgrade those to non-expiring.
Oh yeah.
You would
non-expiring. Yep.
Yeah. So
actually, we probably would have bought. Upgraded them to 10-day and added the non-expiring tickets. So we would have bought more days and
there you go.
Shelled out that $200 option they used to have.
So, I know that that's probably rare for them. Their numbers probably skew the other way, that not too many people do that. So they're saving
I'm the
money.
outlier.
Yeah.
I'm the outlier.
You are.
They've written me off.
You're done. You're done. But there you go. There's some ticket options for everybody. I hope that was confusing as all get out, because it's confusing to us.
I know. We didn't talk about cents. We didn't talk about the child's ticket. We tried to make it as simple as possible, and there's still a lot of information there. So
Absolutely.
If we left something out, a great tip somebody has, please email us at the show. We'd love to talk about it and share it with our listeners.
Absolutely. Tim.
Yes, Bob.
That's all I've got.
Well, now that I got the headache started. If I could find Twitter, you'd find me there at Resort Loop Tim, and then you can find me at Facebook at Tim Resort Loop Scott, and over at that website, ResortLoop.com.
I'm Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget Facebook.com/Resort Loop. Thank you all, by the way, for following along on the whole crazy D23 stuff, and please rate us on iTunes. Tim, where else can they listen?
You can always find us on the Stitcher. Everybody, thanks for joining us. This has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.
At Disney Water Parks, there's something for every character in your family.
Awesome! Okay, everyone, people swim.
Take a water break at Disney Water Parks.
Just keep swimming. Just keep... Oh!